Hi everyone, for this segment of the Steinbeck project, I am going to be going over the full sales and operations planning, or in other words, the S&OP analysis. For the Steinbeck Winery and Spirits, specifically for all the California Central Valley Division, the goal to look at how forecasting, supply planning, and production capacity and financial performance all connect to support better decision making. What I found is that the company is in a strong position overall, but staying successful requires constant coordination across teams and ongoing adjustments as demand changes. I started with demand forecasting using historical sales data from January through March for both wine and spirits. To keep things simple and reliable, I use a 3 month moving average, which is a common short term forecasting method. The data showed a noticeable spike in wine sales during February, likely because of seasonal trends and growing interest in organic wine. Spirits also increased in February but dropped in March, probably due to a competitive pricing in the region. Using these patterns, the forecast suggested that wine demand will stabilize around 11,300 to 11,500 units per month, while spirits would stay between about 8,800 and 9,100 units. So overall, demand looks steady heading into the next quarter. Next, I move into supply and production planning, which is where things get more interesting. When I compare forecasted demand to current inventory levels, both wine and spirits were projected to fall below zero inventory in April if no action was taken. That means immediate replenishment was necessary. I also looked for production capacity after accounting for scheduled downtime. Wine's capacity dropped slightly from 50,000 to 14,000 units, and spirits dropped from 12,000 to 11,600 units. Even with those reductions, both product lines still had enough capacity to meet demand, but only if production schedules were updated and inventory orders were placed right away. This really highlights how important proactive planning is in preventing stockouts. From there, I analyzed the financial sides of the S&OP plan. Using the forecasted sales values, wine was expected to generate about 340,560 in revenue for the next quarter, and spirits around approximately 269,000. After factoring in production costs, both product lines show strong gross margins. This reinforces how closely financial planning and operations need to work together. When forecasting, production, and budgeting are aligned, the company can make smarter decisions and avoid surprises. A big part of the project also involved cross-functional collaboration, which is essentially for a successful S&OP process. During the during my Microsoft Teams meeting, each department brought important insights to the table. Sales talk about rising interest in organic wine and increased competition in the spirits market. Operations pointed out the urgent inventory shortages. Production confirmed that the capacity was sufficient but emphasized the need to reduce downtime. Finance highlighted strong margins but recommended improving inventory turnover to lower carrying costs. By the end of the meeting, the team agreed to key action items like placing supplier orders, excuse me, finalizing the production schedule, monitoring competitor pricing, and reviewing forecast accuracy in the next meeting. In the end, the analysis showed that Steinbeck Winery and Spirits is in a solid position, but staying ahead requires continuous monitoring and teamwork. Forecasting, supply planning, production scheduling, and financial analysis all work together to keep operations running smoothly. With consistent collaboration and proactive adjustments, the company can maintain strong service levels, reduce operational risk, and stay competitive in the Central Valley market. And with that, everyone, that's it for this segment of my project. And I'll see you guys next time. And I thank you guys for your time.